Good day, folks. Welcome to another episode of Andrew's Life. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. We're going to be, on this video, we're going to be driving through the city of Cicero, Indiana. Now, for those of you that have been watching me for some time, you might remember my last video I made of Cicero, Indiana, which I made that video back in, I want to say it was sometime in 2021. I made my last Cicero, Indiana video. And, there were a lot of people that were from Cicero that were watching that video that got at me in the comments because I mispronounced the name of the city. And I also didn't bother to mention some of the things that are to do as far as things to do in Cicero. And on this video, I'm not going to really mention things to do. I do videos a little differently now. Sometimes I'll mention things to do, but a lot of times I don't. Because sometimes some of the stuff that I research as far as things to do may no longer, either A, the place is no longer open, or, a lot of times that's what I run into. So in many cases, I don't really go into things to do. But anyways, we're back here in Cicero, Indiana. And Cicero, Indiana is located 33 miles north of Indianapolis. And it is located 6 miles north of Noblesville, Indiana. Now, Cicero, Indiana is one of the smaller cities in Hamilton County. It's one of, and the population here is 5,301 people, up from 4,812 people. As of the 2020 census, this city experienced a 10.2% population growth. So, Cicero was founded in 1835. The city was named after Cicero Creek. That is a stream that was named after Cicero McLaughlin, who was the son of a local surveyor at the time. And this creek runs through Cicero and Noblesville, I believe. Now, later on in the video, I'm going to be crossing over the Morris Reservoir. You're going to see it in a minute here, in fact. And the Morris Reservoir was constructed in 1956. And that's another mistake I made in the last video I made of Cicero a few years ago. I call this a river, when really this is a reservoir. Now, Cicero is known for welcoming Ryan White, a teenage AIDS activist and victim, to the community in 1987. And, my research has it that he came here to Cicero to escape some of the prejudice treatment that he was getting in his hometown in his home city of Kokomo, which I did cover Ryan Wright a little bit when I did my video. I forgot which. I forgot which video it was, but I did cover the Ryan Wright story a little bit on that video. But anyways, Ryan White moved here from Kokomo to escape the ill treatment that he was receiving in Kokomo. He moved here to Cicero in 1987. And when he passed away, and I think he passed away in 1990, his body was buried here. It was buried here in Cicero. I want to say he passed away in 1990. Is either, I forgot, I got, it's either 1989 or 1990 when he passed. Now, the TV series The Kids Are All Right was also recorded here in Cicero. And the racial demographics are 94.6% white and 5% Hispanic. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and look up when Ryan White passed away. I mean, I want to say he passed away in 1990, but I'm going to go ahead and look him up real quick. So just give me a second here. No, Ryan White died April 8th of 1990, so I was right. It was in 1990 that he passed away, and he was buried here in Cicero. Now, if you're wanting to live here in Cicero, your median rent prices are going to go from $760 to $1,650 a month. The median home price is currently sitting at $331,000. Now, the market here is relatively busy. Cicero is a highly desired place to live. I mean, there's a lot of people that want to live here in Cicero. And your housing, the prices for a regular house is starting at $300,000, which you will not find too many at $300K. And for $210,000, there are a few trailer homes that are for sale here, which later in this video, I will be driving through the trailer park. That way you can see what the trailers look like that are going to be for sale for $210,000. Now, so I would say for people that are looking to live somewhere where you'll experience a little less traffic compared to other parts of Hamilton County, and the housing prices out here are going to be a little cheaper compared to other parts of Hamilton County. I mean, I would say if you're looking to move to Hamilton County, you're looking to be not too far from larger cities. You're looking to have a mixture of the small town feel with a couple of suburban amenities sprinkled in. Cicero could be a good place to live. Now, some people might refer to Cicero being a expensive small town, but you know what? I think Cicero is a nice community. I mean, if you got the money to live here, if you got the money and you're looking to move here, I mean, I think this would be a nice community. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Now, I'll say one thing. Now, on the last video I made of Cicero, there were some people that were in the comment section on that video, and they were talking about how people in Cicero were, they were stuck up and uppity and stuff like that. But, I don't live here in Cicero, so I don't know how true any of that is. But I'll just say, speaking in general, Cicero, at least right now, is a nice place to live. Housing prices, yeah, to many people, the prices are up there. I know for me, I couldn't live here because I couldn't afford to live here. But I would say taking into consideration what Cicero has to offer, and the fact that you're only 6 miles or 10 minutes outside of Noblesville, and you're just a little over a half hour from Indianapolis. I mean, I think Cicero is a nice little place. I mean, you got a little bit of the small town feel. And you also got the reservoir, which kind of, you know, I guess if you're not able to go somewhere, I guess if you're not able to afford to go somewhere like to Florida or somewhere in the Northeast where you can enjoy the ocean views. I guess if your money is tight because you're trying to pay off your mortgage early, or maybe you done lost your job and now you're trying to regroup yourself financially, and you're living here in Cicero, you can always go downtown and then go to the reservoir, and I guess you can imagine yourself being in the Northeast to where you can enjoy the views of the, I mean, obviously it's not going to be the same as looking at the ocean, but I guess with a little bit of creative imagination, you can enjoy the reservoir here in Cicero, if I'm making any sense to any of you. But I think it's a very nice community, very nice looking, very clean. And I'm recording this video on a weekend, so sorry about that. Since I'm recording this video on a weekend, you're not going to see a whole lot of traffic. Now, during the week, you will have a little bit of traffic here, especially during rush hour and also during the hours where they go in to school or they let out from school. But I would say, even with all that being said, you know, the traffic here is going to be a lot less compared to other cities in Hamilton County, compared to other Indiana suburbs. Now, the other day, I did a video of Brownsburg. And I'm going to be honest. If you were to give me a choice of which place I'd rather live, Cicero or Brownsburg, I would pick Cicero. I'll pick Cicero in a heartbeat. I mean, I just like and most likely Cicero is not going to stay the way it is. Pretty soon, it's going to be another Noblesville. I'm not trying, for those of you that live out here and you like Cicero the way it is, I'm not trying to jinx you all, but just the way things are growing out here, pretty soon it's going to be like another Noblesville or Fishers. So enjoy Cicero the way you know Cicero to be, for what, you know, enjoy it while you have it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And for those that are looking to move out here because you like how it is out here, I guess I'm forewarning you people that it's probably not going to stay like this. In fact, this community that I'm driving through right now wasn't, if my memory serves me correct, I do not remember this community even being of existence back when I made my last Cicero video, which was back in 2021. I think all this was built within the last year or two. And all these fields that you see are going to most likely be full of houses very soon. Houses and probably more businesses. I mean, pretty soon, just like you have in Noblesville and Fishers, you're going to have a whole business strip here in Cicero. But I think the way Cicero is right now, I mean, if I had the money, I definitely would consider moving here. I mean, I like the mix of small town / a little bit of, I guess you can say, a little bit of suburbia. I mean, I'm not a big suburban type of person. I'm more small town. But I think Cicero at this point has almost the perfect mix of everything. So I guess that's my take of Cicero. That's how I feel about Cicero. Now we're going to go to niche and we're going to see how other people feel about Cicero. So give me a second here. let's see here. Alrighty, there's a total of 8 reviews for Cicero, Indiana on Niche. And Cicero has a 4 out of a 5-star rating. And here's the breakdown. 2 people rate Cicero as excellent. 5 people rate Cicero as very good. Nobody gave it an average. Nobody gave it a terrible. Now 1 person rated Cicero as poor. So we're going to start from the top and go to the bottom like I typically do on these videos. This first one is from May of 2020. It's a 5-star. Love this little place. People are so nice. There is still a kind corner in our world. Have most of what you need nearby. I rather drive a bit to get to resources than live in a hateful town. This place is worth the drive. Here's another review, 5-star from February of 2019. Very sociable and nice place to live overall. Small town feel without being too far from bigger cities with more places to get things you need. Okay, moving down to 4 stars. This first one is from May of 2021. Nice little town, except for the Trump and Confederate flags flying group. Town council lacks any kind of vision to advance the area. Another 4-star from May of 2021. Cicero is a small, nice town. It is usually quiet with no party life. However, depending on where you live, the community is not that connecting. I don't know what that means. We'll just keep on going. I'm gonna read one more. This is an older one. This is from May of 2017. It's a 4-star. It's small but really cute. They have a 4-day long 4th of July festival that will rock you. It includes a parade, golf cart, poker tournament, and boat parade. It is very safe, and the town basically surrounds Morse Lake. No, they're talking about the reservoir. The lake is always busy, but a good place to take your boat out for the day. And here's the trailer court that I was talking about earlier, people, where for your $210,000 you can purchase one of these trailers if you want to live in Cicero that bad. Now, me personally, even though I like Cicero, I don't like Cicero enough to be willing to live in a trailer, especially in a park. And that's another thing that you got to realize with these trailers. These trailers are located in a park, which means not only do you got to pay the mortgage for your trailer, but you also got to pay lot rent, which lot rent can go up anytime the owner of the lot feels it's necessary to. So for those of you that are looking to buy a trailer, bear that in mind. And that is one of the main reasons why I do not buy trailers, especially in a trailer park. I mean, I've never been a fan of trailers. I don't like how they're built. I don't like how they look. And if you buy a trailer, at least buy it on its own piece of land. Don't buy it in the park. But that's my suggestion. You know, you do what you do. It's your money. But I know if it were me, I wouldn't do it. So even though I like Cicero, I'm not buying no damn trailer. No, thank you. Okay, I got one more comment, but this is an older one. It's from February of 2017. This is a 2-star. Cicero is a nice small town. It's quiet with that classic mom and pop shop. Everybody knows everybody feeling. This is both good and bad because while they are loyal to the people that live in their town, if you come from elsewhere, you feel like an alien. Many of the people are not the most accepting and have very specific views. So, in the end, maybe not a long term, but if you're just stopping in for a bite to eat or something of that sort, it is a great little spot. And that's another thing which people were telling me on, which people were commenting on in the comment section on the video I made of Cicero back in, I believe, 2021. I mean, there were people that were talking about how the locals here were not welcoming to outsiders. And again, I don't live here in Cicero, so I don't know how true that is. Now, if you're curious about what people say about Cicero, on my last Cicero video, I believe I made that video in 2021. In fact, if you go on this channel and you type up Cicero, Indiana, I believe this video, along with the video I made a few years ago, will both pop up. So if you're curious about what people said then, and if you're curious about what mistakes I made that had people ticked off at me then, you can go back and watch that video. But I thought I would come back and do another video of Cicero. I mean, now that I do things a little differently, sometimes I might redo videos I've done a few years ago. And Cicero happened to be on my way to other areas that I was gonna go and record, and Cicero happened to be on the way. So I thought, you know what, it's nice outside today, the sun is out, so I'll just stop through and record a video and, you know, keep it going. Alright folks, that's all I got for the commentary. Hopefully you got something out of it. As always, I welcome you to interact in the comment section. If you have any questions, concerns, statements, anything I may have forgot that you feel is important that I failed to mention about Cicero, put it all in the comment section. And on that note, if you want to help me out, all you gotta do is give videos like this a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, because I will be putting out a lot more videos. On that note, stay blessed, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.